Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Blender Robot Manufactory. This is Tamara. She's a finger gun champion, and she's also a blender master. Don't let her tell you otherwise. She knows all the hotkeys.
This is Jory. She's an internet superstar and deliverer of wisdom.
So, today we're brought to you by a very special sponsor, Automatons for a Better Tomorrow. And let's just tell you about some of the great things that they're doing for their community. So one thing that they've done in the past year is gotten 10,000 replicants to, what's she building in there? They've gotten 10,000 replicants into human quality skin. So they're in your community right now doing the good work. So what is she building in there?
So today we're doing personal watercraft, if you can believe it. So here's today's goal. The goal is to discover an amazing undersea world. And if you just stick with us and you believe and you don't back down and you never give up and you never surrender, you will discover that undersea world and it will be amazing.
Hey there, my name's Jory and this is the Blender Robot Manufactory. I'm a 3D artist and game designer currently making a roguelike platformer in Unity 3D. On this live stream, I give a window into my process of creating models in Blender. We'll be learning the basic commands and techniques I use to create a range of designs for my video game, from furniture to robots to animated human characters. I'll also show how I create models for use in 3D printing. Since we'll be focusing on my personal workflow, this channel will not be a comprehensive course, and many features of Blender will never be covered. However, this channel is meant to be a great jumping off point if you've never used Blender before. We'll also be covering topics that are interesting at any skill level, like what makes a good design, how to generate ideas for unique creations, and how to compose shapes in three-dimensional space to create models that look great from any angle. So whether you've never made a 3D model and would love to learn, you've been doing it for years, or you just want to hang out, relax, and enjoy my process, please tune into the Blender Robot Manufactory on Twitch TV.
Hey
everyone.
We're not stalling for time because of technical issues. Don't worry.
Not at all.
No.
So, full disclosure.
No disclosure. They must never know.
There's no disclosure. So let me tell you more about Automatons for a Better Tomorrow. So, I know I talked a little about what they're doing for replicants infiltrating your community in human skin.
Yeah.
But they're not just about the replicants. They're also about disgruntled factory worker drones, super intelligent hive minds, mainframes. You know, just so they really cover the bases, doing all kinds of good work for the automatons where it counts.
Some of the work is good.
So,
some of it's mediocre.
Tamara, they're our sponsor.
Okay.
So,
you know.
All I'm saying is, if you want to support the robot revolution and
no technical issues.
And you want to stall for time for as long as it takes, support Automatons for a Better Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how's everyone doing today? Is anyone watching us?
Woo. No. Thank God there's no one here to disappoint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just us, probably.
Just us. We're just disappointing ourselves.
Just us and Commander Root.
What the hells? I mean, what the poops? What's a good word to say that is PG?
Oh, I don't know. This is jerkin time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
You know, I'm gonna do disclosure. I'm gonna really tell you what's going on the manufacturer behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
So, basically,
there we go. We're fixed. We're fixed, my dudes.
Can't make it smaller, can you?
I don't know.
Right, so basically what we're doing is we're just trying to show what song is playing.
How do you do that?
Because these songs are under Creative Commons attribution. And we need to show what's playing. Can you talk?
Yeah, so, yeah. You know what? Let me do this part. So, Jory, you stall. I suck at stalling.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. I sure changed it the other day, but now our notifications are all wonkified. So, I'm just stalling for time, trying to entertain the people, capering for your amusement. And, I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Oh,
that's the one.
Shucky darn. Is that in the right place?
Close enough.
Okay, close enough. All right, so what are we going back to?
Yeah,
screen
view.
Oh.
Slide it over a little.
Oh, shootsy pootsy.
Shootsy boots.
How come everything is... Okay. Oh, I get it. Oh, man. How do you do this every day? Tell me a little bit about your process, huh?
Oh, well, you see, in how I set up all of my windows is we got 2 monitor display. That's what you gotta understand.
Mm-hmm.
And on the left one, we got Blender set up, also a chat box so I could see what the good people of the audience are saying. And then underneath that, we got a little reference image so we know how to take you to an undersea world that you're discovering. Then on the right-hand side, we got a browser window open, and I like to keep...
Everything's okay.
Cool, looking good.
Is that it? That's
Close
the one.
enough.
Oh, geez Louise, guys.
Yeah.
That sure got dicey for a minute, but we pulled through and we pulled together.
Oh, we sure did.
Okay.
It was a real triumph over adversity.
Yeah. Was that man versus nature or man versus...
machine.
Herself? Let's see. So, here we go. So, yeah, underwater seacraft. Discover an amazing sea world. That is...
Mostly technical difficulties, Ron. How are you doing today?
Ron, welcome. Let's see. Okay, so this is the new Blender for this week. We just downloaded it. 2.8.
What secrets does it hold?
Yeah, what has it destroyed today?
Or possibly fixed.
Oh, no. Open. You're going to have to find me this.
Oh, yeah.
Your hierarchy kills me.
Yeah, I need to, I really need to organize our projects a little.
So yeah, you missed us stalling for time for like a good long time.
Yeah, that's the one. That's a cool scene, right?
Yeah. So.
Oh, awesome. So what were you making today, Ron?
So the plan today is a personal watercraft.
Yeah, let's bring that back up.
Yep. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Discover an amazing undersea world.
Have a guess. I think it might be geometric. Something geometric.
Yeah, how's
I gotta make one switch here so we don't eat our bandwidth.
How are your fractal cubes coming along?
You got an array of arrays of arrays? We've got array over here.
Yeah, it's a different kind of array.
All right, so yeah, we finished this one last time. It's a single seater.
Make an array of them.
So I'm gonna make one more personal watercraft, and then maybe try to get back to making the mega sub. Sweet. Now that we're a little more comfortable. But
hey, Tamara, so let me show you something I just learned. And I think Ron might have mentioned it actually. So if I go into shading, I select matte cap. So you see, this is a slightly different view for the white shading. I think it might be more readable, not sure.
Yeah, there's a little more contrast to it.
Yeah, like here's without I think this is easier on the eyes, right?
Yeah, for certain.
But there's more. We
Oh,
can,
no.
I know you really like that red bubblegum look.
Let's go
what
over
else
to
we got?
silver.
Yeah, we could model all in
Oh my
shiny,
God.
shiny.
Should we do that today, just for like?
Oh yeah, that would be pretty fun. We could have red shiny.
Oh.
We could, no.
What
no,
about
no.
rainbow?
We could have green shiny. Rainbow would be very fitting with our brand identity on the internet. My God, that's amazing.
That is so cool.
Okay, that's what we're doing today.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to focus on what we're doing, but
this is where we live now.
Yeah, this is the reality that we've built for ourselves.
Load up the Vaporwave. We're going for it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for telling me about matte caps, by the way. Like, Blunder's just got so many features. You can just totally miss out on something simple, like changing how things look while you're modeling them. I still haven't figured out how to put a texture on a model in 2.8, which is a little embarrassing. The other day, I spent like 40 minutes doing internet searches and messing around in 2.8 and messing with materials, and it's pretty funny that I couldn't figure it out.
Can you help?
Because it's so easy in 2.79.
I'm completely at a loss. Like, how do we add a new layer / collection and make that visible so I can start working on the personal watercraft?
Yeah, so...
Like, what was the old hotkey for new layer? Or...
I think we just right-click here and we say new.
Okay. And where does it go, though? Is this it? Yeah.
I don't know. Let me try again.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. It seems we have a bunch of empty collections, too.
What's it called? It's called, the...
Wait a minute. No, we got some collections. We've got some things hanging out that aren't in collections.
What do you think this should be called?
I don't know, jet seat.
Jet seat? That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I were doing this myself, I'd probably wind up modeling the little craft in a separate file. But we can
Sea scooter, we're going for it. Okay, we got a name suggestion.
But
from
we can
Fizzy.
definitely keep making collections.
Hi, Fizzy.
How are you doing, Fizzy?
Fizzy's my favorite thing. I actually just made some homemade soda.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that wasn't on camera.
With my
you gotta show the fizz to the people.
Let's get that audio. Ooh.
We're an ASMR channel now.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry kiwi essence.
Oh yeah,
No
it's the
sweetener.
fancy stuff.
All right, so
made with her own personal carbonation station.
Yeah, it's called the Fizz Jizz Soda Rope. All right. Yeah, how do I change the name of this?
Probably double click it.
Okay, so Sea Scooter.
Have you been telling other people about the stream, Ron?
Okay, so
thank you, by the way.
We're gonna do set exclude or something. Set exclude. Set include.
Yeah, what's that do?
You have just got to get me so I can see.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'm completely at a loss right now.
So
they've completely changed the way.
Cube. We're saying moving this to.
They've completely changed how layers work, and I still haven't internalized how they're supposed to work.
Oh my, this is. Oh well, thank you, Ron. Yeah, I wish I'd gotten a chance to.
What's the old layer button?
See M for moving to layers.
Shoot.
Wish I'd gotten a chance to see what Ron was working on.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, can I mess with it?
Yeah. So here's our cube that we're going to work with. Oh, I see what this is supposed to do. It's not just to look vaporwave. It's so that like your light is coming from different axes or something.
Yeah, that's pretty useful. So we just have a whole lot of stuff. And
That's fine.
I think I can fix it.
Okay.
Where is my collection? Like, we've got this collection, there's nothing in it. This collection, nothing in it.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I like it.
And Manta Sub's its own thing.
So yeah, 2.8, I haven't discovered any changes between last week and this week. It is moving fast enough in its development that it has, it's sort of like you never know what you'll get each week. But nothing like last week where like it kicked everything out of our collections and stuff last week, which was a little bit of an adjustment. So we still have some like hierarchy stuff to fix.
All right, just making sure we got everything.
Yeah.
So we got our Manta Sub, that looks good. Everything's in there. We've got our little sub, that looks good.
Yeah. It's from the other day. It doesn't...
We've got our Mega Sub, that seems fine.
Yeah.
Where is Mega Sub? Here.
Okay, so now we're looking better.
Got a parts layer. What's this thing? This, I don't know what it's doing.
Let's figure it out off stream.
Okay.
And then I just want to do some modeling here.
Yeah, let's go back to our sea scooter.
Okay. So I'm gonna center this. So
Very nice.
Fizzy,
we should turn on screen keys.
Since you never been here, the setup is I don't really know much about Blender, and she knows more. She teaches me.
She's learning a lot.
I'm doing just kind of a simple sub here, the sea scooter. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this over here.
So I totally missed it. So what's for... Oh, I see. The colors are for the normal direction.
Yeah. So I'm going to do something real quick, and I'm going to get this over into our little... Oop.
Oh, awesome. Well, welcome back, Fizzy.
Oh, have you been here? Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know nothing.
So, usually we're streaming together on Saturdays, and on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm working on stuff for the video game that I'm making.
All right.
Yeah, just positioning what she's building in there.
Yeah, just putting it down here.
Yeah, so, what do you like to do, Fizzy? Are you an artist as well? Yeah, I think if it was an octopus robot, we were probably working on the Mega Submarine. Man, that's one pretty cube, though.
Hey, Jory, can you keep a look out for flicker? I don't think we'll get flicker. Oh, we do get a little bit of flicker.
Yeah, we're getting flicker.
But just on that little, what's she building, right?
On both sides of the screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still getting it.
All right, so...
Oh, now it's not so bad. Or now it's bad.
Okay. All right, so let's just do this. Enough yak shaving. All right, so let me Alt-G this out. I am going to look at it from the front.
I took a screenshot of the default key bindings for collections. Oh, absolutely. Share the link.
Control Shift or Control R.
Oh, awesome. So what kind of stuff are you making in Blender right now, Fizzy?
Tab. Control.
Yeah, I work in Blender and Unity. And we got a link.
Okay, 1 second.
So I've been working on this Unity project for about 3 years now, sometimes part-time, for making a roguelike platformer that I'm also modeling all of the characters and doing all the animations for it. Okay, so key bindings.
New collection, delete collection, move to collection. Like, the keys are kind of the same. I don't know why it wasn't working before.
Now, I know some of those won't work. Like, we've got number keys for hide objects by collection. And 2.8 has other ideas with what's doing with collections.
Yeah.
C for new collection might work.
But then if you go to move, like, if I remember right,
All object mode.
tab, move. Like, there's new collection in there anyway.
Oh, that's true.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something real quick, okay? Because I just really want to get our personal watercraft up here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Jeez. But I am still missing the layers in here. You know, the collections, they're trying to do a lot the same as layers. But, I don't know. I just haven't quite been convinced yet that we can do without layers. Because it's just so nice being, and I don't know, maybe there's some way to do this with collections. But it's so nice being able to just press a number key and use that to move from one layer to another.
I'm done. Okay, so tab. Let's see. So, anyway, I messed that up really good. Get this back. Okay. And then this goes up.
Mm-hmm.
And we're good.
Cool.
Okay. So, here we go. So, I'm loop cutting and then...
Yeah, so what have you been doing in Blender Fizzy?
Voxel act, delete. Vertices.
Yeah, so I don't really know what was wrong with layers either, Ron. From what I excuse me, from what I understand, maybe they're trying to combine what layers and groups are doing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
from a
what
design
Fizzy said.
From a design perspective, it seems a little bit redundant that you'd have two things that are kind of doing the pulling the same weight. So I can see why they'd want to, like, make them do the same thing. Like, probably also from a code perspective. Like, then they just have one thing to worry about instead of two different systems.
And it's nice that I can nest them and everything. I guess, maybe I am just missing some hotkey stuff, because what I'm really missing is just being able to press the number keys to go to a different layer and you just select a bunch of stuff, move it over, press the number.
So they still haven't fixed the thing where you can't see modifiers in edit mode, which is just the bane of my existence right now.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about 2.8 at the moment.
Yeah. I wish I need to get another view of this thing from, like, the front. But
we can do that.
Yeah, we can. Let me see. So we
can totally shave that yak.
Yeah.
I mean, you even have it over here.
I have what over there?
A view of it from the front.
Oh, no. I mean, like, the actual device.
Oh, I see.
Because I'm just wondering what it looks like from the front. But we'll just model it. Screw it. Let's see. Control. I don't know. I'm just kind of going at it. I don't really have anything in mind yet.
Oh, you're doing great. Just let me know if you need technical support.
There we go. Took me a long time to get that. Okay, so there we go. Back into face mode. The 1, 2, 3 hotkeys are still my favorite addition to the new Blender.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And, well, wait, why am I guess it's okay.
I thought the other day you were saying you didn't like it so much.
Yeah, I think the other day I was saying I didn't like it. I'll take some getting used to. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Oh, no, I think in general it's going to be a positive change, switching over to 2.8. And mostly for using 1, 2, and 3 to change around your mesh select mode. I think it's going to be fine once I get used to it, but...
It's just been hard to get used to.
Yeah, that's the thing that's most been messing me up as far as hotkeys go. Because I've just got so much habit built around Control Tab.
Mm.
And especially since lately I've been trying to work a little in both of them. So like I'll make a model in 2.8, but then I'll append it to a 2.79 file so that I can actually export something that Unity can use. Basically cowboy stuff. There's I just want to do something in 2.8 that's useful. And you know, the 2.8 is half-baked at the moment, so I can't really do everything in it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Blender Tommy, thank you so much for the host.
I think there are some things that don't bother me as much as a noob as they probably bother folks who are more wizened.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's true. And everyone, if you're not already following him, you should follow Blender Tommy because he's streaming again and he was showing us some awesome Blender tricks the other day.
And Tommy, if you didn't know, Ron is streaming now. He's streaming now.
Yeah, I've only got a chance to see it once, but he was making another one today. Doing these fractal geometric things. So how are you doing, Tommy?
Alright. Mm-hmm. Let me see what I can do here.
So, you'll probably notice that we're using matte caps today in order to make everything fabulous. We've got aesthetic.
Yeah, we're very Vaporwave. This is the Vapor stream today. Welcome.
Yeah, we've got our, you know, when you're designing interfaces and a whole lot of different stuff, this is pretty much how she makes it look anyway.
Yeah.
Like when she was picking out what colors her keyboard would light up, and it basically looked like this.
Yeah.
Hey, Wake Mog, how's it going?
Legs, how you doing? I didn't catch the end of... Did you finish that very important model you were working on?
Yeah, Wegmog's another great streamer. I just got a chance to see him the first time yesterday. He's making this massive 3D rendered pilot episode for...
amongst other things.
Amongst other things. For this... this animation that he's doing everything for. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and he's doing it in his entire workflow, correct me if I'm wrong, is in Cinema 4D. So
yeah, let's see the videos, Legmog. It's still safe for work, right?
Let's see. I'm just screwing around, guy. So this might be a little bit shorter stream today. We're gonna end at 3:30, even if I'm in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, we're gonna see a movie.
Yeah,
What's
we're seeing
it
a
called?
movie. We're seeing Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, let's see the vid.
Okay.
So, this is probably the other thing Legmog was working on. This is what you'll be treated to if you subscribe to Legmog. This is what his stream looks like.
A best played on loop. Let's see this. Okay. How do we loop it? There we go.
Good question.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad you added the butt bones.
Man, yeah. Is that armature rigging? What's the technical magic behind the jiggle?
It's all keyframes. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Is it keyframes? Is it...
Got a little wiggle in the jiggle.
Is it shape keys?
My God. You're a monster. You're a monster, Legmog. What are you doing?
He's really a master at what he does. No, but he works on other stuff too.
God, I really want to like take time at a stream and pull up that clip I made of Legmog.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he was doing a little singing. It's really pretty nice. Let's see.
Oh, the jiggle deformer. Man, Blender's got some physics rendering, but I don't know if it's got one of those.
Let's see. So, all right, here we go. So everyone, anyone who got here late, here's what we're making. We're discovering an amazing undersea world today.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. I would really like to get this over here.
Oh yes, so save the image.
I'm gonna do it my own Tammy way.
Cool.
No, not screen key.
Screen key is good.
It's gonna do 2 of them now though. Screenshot. Let's just do this. Okay, select an area to grab.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah, I'm just gonna crop it down and put it there.
Makes sense to me.
Select an area to grab. Take a screenshot. Boom! Okay, save that. And then we're gonna just...
Yeah, it was fun, Legmog.
We're gonna do one of these.
What? You're not even finished yet with the character rig? There's more.
And then pictures. Boop, boop. Space.
Yeah, she's doing awesome. I'm really impressed by the Blender progress she's been making.
I know a thing or two about Blender now.
You're impressive.
Very impressive.
I think a little lower on the scooter. Or maybe not.
A little lower? Whoop, whoop. Okay, so this is what we're making. Maybe a little smaller too.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, I just want that for the streamers. Alright. So anyway.
Cool. Yeah,
good enough.
We're really discovering an undersea world now.
I've ruined the production value of your show today.
Oh no, it's fine.
How do I get these tabs to just go away? There's no way.
I can do it.
Okay.
I think I can do it. Yeah, so that's something 2.8. So
you can right-click the borders now?
Yeah, instead of just dragging it over using the 3 bars like in the 2.7, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see right-click on the border. You say join area. You move it over.
I appreciate it.
And, yeah, it's not hard. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
The jiggle can interact with other objects.
Oh, no. It has physics.
Are you even working on the Bright Spark story anymore? Or is it just going to be all jiggle physics all the time now?
See.
Yeah, she'll be teaching all of us.
All right. So we got our fin here. So I'm working on this part over here, I guess, is what I'm doing.
Let me test something.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
I want to do some proportional business. I'm really liking proportional editing. I'm finding myself using it more and more. How much do you use it in your process?
Quite a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially if I'm working with something a little higher polygon.
Yeah. Like, it's really good for stuff like this. I'll put like a little oxygen tank like right down here. But I do like it kind of leaned forward instead of back. I don't want to rip this prop off directly.
Yes.
Control root cut.
The Adventures of Butt Girl. Man, yeah.
She's the final boss of Dead or Alive. I told
jiggle
that joke yesterday, but I'm telling it again.
That jiggle modifier is a real game changer.
Oh, God. Fizzy dizzy. Okay. So, let me go ahead and...
Yeah, so what do you think? Maybe eventually give this thing a subdivision surface modifier to
eventually, yeah.
round her out a bit.
Here's what we're looking at in Symmetrol.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
And then, let's go ahead and lift this face. We're giving it a facelift.
Yeah, it probably does. We've got all kinds of physics modifiers, like cloth modifiers, who knows what else. Don't use them a whole lot, but I'm sure they'd be very useful.
Trying to look at the handlebars on this thing. Where's the carb on this thing? Let me see. So what it's got is it's got some handlebars coming out of here.
Can I just try one more thing?
Oh, yeah. What's up? We flickering?
Yes, but I think your setup is fine. I'm just trying to figure things out.
Oh, okay.
Don't know if people at home can see that along the edges of the screen view or
I
not.
see a little bit of it. It's the shadow from window because they're too close, I bet. Yeah, let me do the other way around. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I don't know if we used to have that happening, but I've just been trying to figure it out lately. I think it's been happening quite a bit.
Is some sort of interaction between GNOME's desktop compositor and OBS? Like, they don't like each other.
Yeah, it would seem that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to get a window capture instead of a screen view or what.
I mean, yeah. But the thing I like about screen view is, like, you can get around better a little bit, I think.
Oh, definitely can. And you can just drag stuff onto screen to show people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible this...
And I don't like all this whiz-biz that you gotta do with, like sometimes, like, sub-windows won't show up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, the windows that are spawned by the window you're working in don't show up. You gotta have, like, a separate... Yeah. Let's see, Alt-A, Control.
Yeah, the WizBiz isn't great.
Sorry, guys. I'm having a brain fart. Okay, I need to go Z for our English friends, and then I'm gonna go box, and then I am going to do one of these because it's way too thick. All right.
Well, looks like I'm not seeing it right now.
Yeah, it's because the shadows overlap. It's any overlapping between windows.
I was wondering if that What's Playing thing was doing it, but it doesn't seem to be.
Yeah. For some reason that doesn't. And I think it's because it's not using the same... I could go into it. Does everyone want to know the technical...
Yeah, let's hear about Linux.
No, I think it's because that's a KDE program and it maybe like the compositor is different or something. I don't know. Same thing with like screen keys. Screen keys doesn't do it.
People would not be watching this show if they weren't nerds. They're into it.
Let's see. So, let's see. Hey, Tommy, you're using Mint. Do you have any issues with flickering when you stream OBS in desktop mode? Because it would be the same compositor for Cinnamon as it would be for Gnome. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Man, I know.
Jiggle deformer.
Yeah, let's look at the Blender modifiers. This is important. So for simulation, we've got cloth that might be able to do a little bit of that. I bet you can mess with the cloth until you got some kind of jiggle deformer. Collision could possibly make the jiggling geometry sit on something. You can explode it.
Oh, the fluid simulation would definitely.
Yeah, it's possible fluid simulation would do it.
Soft body.
Oh yeah, soft body. There you go.
Yeah.
No, I'm almost sure that Blender would be able to handle the jiggle physics if we wanted to go down that dark road.
It's mesmerizing.
Yeah,
you know?
It's addictive.
Hey, Legmog, that should be your, like, I've had to step away from the camera, like, animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I could, I would make it, like, my, like, cursor on my mouse for now loading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, instead of a hourglass or whatever. Let's see.
Yeah, it was really interesting seeing you work in C4D. Like, most of the things you were doing in there, I'm aware of a Blender equivalent, but everything's just a little different.
Yeah, Tommy, I haven't noticed that on your stream. It's just special to us, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I'm glad you haven't been having that issue.
Let's see.
Well, there you go, Legmog. You got it all figured out. Yeah, at some point I should make some kind of be right back animation or graphics. I need graphics. Need all kinds of graphics.
There was something I wanted to do for your stream, and I forget what it was. Some silly little thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I know I want to make this eyeball that's right above the what's she building in here. Oh, you know what it was? Mm-hmm. I wanted to put that news ticker at the bottom. Because that would be sick. That would be not too hard. We just feed it some RSS.
It wouldn't be too busy either. That would really help people see.
We need more widgets.
I don't know. Yeah, it would be a nice widget.
So
you were also talking about my logo in the corner, maybe looking around.
Yeah, that would just be fun, but like some subtle animations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to tell you that the number one thing, and I don't know if this is in 2.79, but it's in 2.8, and I freaking love it, is this blue square. It's been so good to me. It's instead of having to like do like freaking keyboard chording where I'm like doing like 6 hotkeys in a row, I can just grab a widget and move it. Guys, it's not the Blender way, but it's the right way.
Hang on. So, can I try?
Yeah. So there's a blue box, a red box, and a green box, and I just love them so much. So if I want to move along 2 axes, I just grab those instead of like.
Oh, I see. I thought these were just for scaling.
They're in this mode.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, in this mode they're for
Yeah, so
So in this mode, well, no, in scale mode, they're for scaling, but for grab mode, they're for...
right. So in order to, you know, it actually is nice.
It's freaking brilliant.
In order to do that with hotkeys, you'd press G, Shift, Z.
Jesus Christ, kill me.
Yeah, so just having something you can grab is pretty nice.
Yeah. So, very good. Very good.
Scaling, translate, and rotation.
Yeah, because you can do it with rotate, too. I think I've had to do it.
Right, so I just hold down. Oh, no. Oh, right, I can't rotate a single.
He's talking about there, I think.
What'd I do?
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, all this stuff.
Oh, farts.
It's fine, it's fine. So, let me look at this. I just got an idea.
Okay, so go into scale mode, I think.
All right, go for it.
So like in scale mode, whoop,
Yeah, it's still got those boxes.
it's so freaking nice. I just love it. It just makes me so happy.
Oh, yeah, but let me show you something else about this.
Okay.
I'm excited. So, instead of switching between these different manipulators, how I like to do it, and like, I just work with these arrows. So like, I just hold down the left click on here and I press R for rotate,
Yeah.
or hold down left, press S for scale in one dimension. However, I just realized I can do that with these little boxes too.
Oh, I see. So
I hold down the mouse here, I press S for scale, and it just does it in
both
2 dimensions. But
so that's
yeah,
really useful.
you can have those rotators though. I don't judge you much.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I love it.
Yeah, it is cool. I'm getting some tea.
I'm a big fan. Goodbye, Jory.
You entertain the people.
Okay. I hope I'm entertaining you all. Just gonna try to make a dome here. I'll tell you what. Let's see. So is everyone having an easy Saturday, I hope? Oh, that's not what we want to do at all. Then we'll just move it up and back.
Courtesy of most other 3D modeling packages.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
So Blender's catching up with the way they do their manipulator arrows.
Yeah, you can't argue. It's so good. It's so good. And like, I'm glad they're making some of these changes as a noob.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sucks for people who've kind of internalized all these keys, but boy howdy, I just love it.
So how are you liking working with the matte cap shader? It's kind of nice for seeing the geometry, right? It's not just style.
I'm mostly liking that it's Vaporwave.
All right, so but how has it impacted the readability?
I think
while working with
it reads as more Vaporwave now. Yeah. So. So anyway.
Wait. So she's more informative.
I'm more informative. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't actually.
She is.
I don't
She
know.
knows all the stuff.
I don't know any of this. Let's see. Alright. So.
Well, I think maybe it's a little easier to see the shape of it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's very Vaporwave.
Yeah, you can't compete with these.
Yeah, those are good goggles.
Unless you take them from me, then I got nothing.
Oh no. I did have the hat last week.
Yeah.
The hat wasn't as much of a hit as I thought it'd be. I thought everyone would be like, "Oh, where's the hat? Where's your hat, Tammy?"
Mm-hmm.
But no. All right.
Yeah, no one's asking about the hat. Don't worry, people. The hat's still here. It hasn't died.
Uh-oh. Let's see. So, yeah, I'm just kind of extrude.
So how does a person sit on that thing?
Well, like this. They put their butt right here.
That's the hood.
And then they put their head up in the cowl.
I gotcha.
I love the hat.
Yeah.
The hat's so good.
Well, the hat's still here. We can bring the hat back.
Yeah.
Hat's not going anywhere.
So you're saying I can do this?
Yeah.
Very neat. Very cool. This is cool, man.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I need to...
Well, you might be trying to forget about the hat, Ron, but the hat hasn't forgotten about you.
Oh, jeez. Uh-oh, Ron. Let's make sure that this...
Right now it looks like the peak on a cowboy hat.
Oh, God. Goodness gracious, folks. I haven't had clipping on.
That's no good.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Make sure you delete the internal face.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've kind of captured the basic shape of this thing. I need to catch, I need to extend this out in the back.
Yeah.
Hey, Legmog, you have a lot of experience making round rear ends. Maybe you could give me some pointers.
I think maybe you need a cylinder. Looks like a cylinder to me.
Let's see.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, okay. That was a hilarious stream yesterday. I can't deny it. That was pretty funny. Let's see. Add a cylinder. So you'd go full cylinder on this, huh?
Yeah, I think so. But maybe keep it a little lower poly because we're going to be adding subdivision surface. Yeah, right. Walk away for 1 minute.
Lord have mercy, that's so funny. Cylindario. Alright, so we need to take this Cylindario and we need to decrease the number of faces that it has. But somehow I lost my ability to edit the number of thingy boobs.
Oh, so, yeah.
You got to do that immediately. If you don't do it immediately, you lose your opportunity to do it. And then you're forever lost out in the lurch.
Yeah, just struggling in the wilderness for survival.
Ubuntu Mate. I have really wanted to try out Mate. Because, I mean, it just looks like it's really flexible. Like, with that whole thing where they're, like, cloning a bunch of different desktops in it. Kind of. Sort of. We don't need the title bar on screen, do we?
No, I'm just trying to figure this flicker out.
Is it still flickering?
It was a little.
Huh. It's too weird.
I don't know.
Too weird.
I'm drinking mate right now.
Let's see, move down. Oh, whoa. Then we lost our thing. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Not all it's cracked up to be. Move. Workspace. It's okay. Alright. Ubuntu Studio and Knoppix too. Alright. So we're gonna rotate this.
Yeah, if you really want to, you can download that. I'll only judge you a little.
What?
The video.
Oh, of the booty?
Yeah, the booty.
Yeah. Yeah, Ron, it really does look very polished.
Now, what I do is make sure then the transform that's actually set to 90 degrees.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah, Ron, like sometimes this GNOME stuff gets me down, and you know what? Everyone knows what I mean by GNOME stuff if you use Linux. But on the other hand, it's exactly how I used to set up my desktop before there was anything like GNOME 3. So, like, I used to just set, like, way back in the day, I used to take KDE and just set up, like, a quick launcher and an expose effect, and I was done. And that's basically what GNOME's done. So, like, theoretically, I agree with them, but then, like, in practice, sometimes it's just, they're interesting. Let's see, so I need to Alt-G this boy.
Yeah, that mostly sounds like moon language to me. She's really the operating system nerd.
I'm a nerd. Let's see, control.
I'm a nerd about other stuff.
Yeah, you're that side. Why is it doing my loop cut like this? What does it mean?
It means it's not considering that a loop, so what are you trying to do?
I was trying to cut right from this point to this point. I guess I could just do it.
Oh yeah, so you're just trying to mirror modify it?
Yeah, I was gonna mirror modify it.
Alright, so what I'd suggest is get this perfectly positioned before you put on a mirror modifier. Because, if you ever do, because circles do not scale well on a mirror modifier.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Sure. Well, like, the problem is perfect position, and I don't know. Something like that.
And do you think this will eventually be part of the same object as the scooter, or a different one?
God, I don't know. I'm just doing what you said with the cylinder. You said make a cylinder. Cool, so I made a cylinder. I was just going to model it out before, but...
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay. So I'll just do that, and... Let's see. So, I was just going to kind of like extrude and stuff. Let's see. I found an add-on given the access.
Oh, cool.
Let's see.
Wow, that sounds really useful, Fizzy.
Okay. So I want to take all three of these and I want to extend them out.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to start with the Linux install.
It's really not that hard. They make it super easy.
So come to think of it, I have installed Peppermint on a laptop before.
Yeah, it's... I mean, as long as you're not worried about losing your Windows, it's exceptionally easy, but...
Yeah, maybe I should check that out, Fizzy. Pretty much every single thing I make starts with a mirrored cube. Another thing I've been meaning to look into is whether I can make my own primitives. Because just the basic mirrored cube is something I'd love to be able to just add in there. I mean, I could always append it from another file, but having it as a primitive would be nice. Yeah, I really want to check out Hard Ops, but I've got a feeling that, whoa, you need help?
No, just having fun.
Cool. So I really want to check out Hard Ops and start using that. It's not all that expensive, but I just,
How much is Hard Ops?
Oh, I don't even remember. I looked into it once and it wasn't too bad. Right, but I'm just thinking maybe I should wait till 2.8 gets out and stable, because I don't know what Hard Ops is going to do with that, and the Hard Ops workflow might change a little bit with the new Blender. Yeah, $20 isn't bad at all for something that helps out with Blender. You know, and I keep hearing people say that it has some amazing tools in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think with how much 2.8 is going to be changing how I do things.
God, that looks so Vaporwave. That's the most vapor.
Sure
so
is.
aesthetic. I'm really at home in like the whole cyan and magenta, having grown up on CGA.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Let's see.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
All right.
Someone else the other day was talking about speed flow, which is apparently a lighter version of Hard Ops that I don't know, they were saying they prefer it and it adds a lot of the same functionality.
Is that a pay extension?
Yeah, probably.
I didn't know they even had this whole what do you call it, like economy of add-ons.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I am really loving this. This is cool, man. I'm having a lot of fun. It's better than looking at clay gray all day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Speed flow is 15.
So about the same price as Hard Ops.
Yeah. Just a matter of taste, I'm sure.
Yeah, and probably a matter of, like, you get some specific tools with one or the other. So, yeah, let me post the Discord link, actually.
Yeah.
So, the Blender Robot Manufactory Discord is a great place to hang out and show your work outside of stream. Or inside of stream. I was going to say that Banggather was posting a link to this add-on that, I'm having a lot of fun. Banggather was posting this link to an add-on that apparently really speeds up retopology. And he was saying that even though they charge for it, people are required to make this source code available for their add-ons for Blender.
That's what I was wondering. Is like,
yeah,
how's that even a thing?
So I don't know if that means that you literally have to pay for an add-on, or if, you know, you can jump through some extra hoops to get them for free legally, or what all that is. But 15 for an add-on isn't bad anyway.
Nah. Retopo. I always think of El Topo.
Mm-hmm. Don't mind me. I'm just messing with our sunblocker apparatus.
Blotting out the sun again.
Yeah. With my sun blocking device. Okay, yeah, now $70. That's an investment.
Retopo.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But hey, if you're doing that a lot, and if you're getting commissions or getting paid somehow for doing that, it's you know,
it's cheaper than a lot of art tools. I'm looking at you, Substance Painter.
Yeah, people pay out the nose for creative software.
Let's see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think that is. I do remember him mentioning that a big difference is you don't get any support if you're
Yeah.
not paying for it.
It's the open source way.
Yeah.
Dissolve, delete, only faces.
No, you can keep going, Fizzy. It's actually pretty interesting. So, yeah, so I guess it's not that hard to get the add-ons for free as long as you don't mind no support. Or
Yeah.
maybe it's hard. How hard would you say it is, Fizzy?
I don't know. It seems like it's something you want to do. Like if someone's doing that and they're not charging a lot of money, it's better to do it the right way anyway.
Yeah, support creators.
Yeah. Let's see. So how do I bridge an edge loop again?
For that, just press F.
Boop. No, not that.
Oh, you're trying to bridge these two. Select both of them.
I did.
Control E.
Control E.
And cool.
Yeah. I love this thing. It's so cool.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're just making it available because it's part of their philosophy. Man, yeah, it sounds pretty useful. I'm Blender Sensei add-on. What does that do, Ron? Yeah, I don't do much of any sculpting, so I wouldn't use it right now. But if I ever get into it, the add-on looks amazing. That's some good Vaporwave.
Thank you.
Oh, interesting. So, do you use the what is it, Blender Sensei add-on, Ron? Pretty cool. Man, yes, it is. She's really coming along. I don't even gotta say anything now. I just sit back and watch her model. Just take the training wheels off, give her a push, and let her go. Yeah, she does look focused.
I'm very focused.
Let me skip songs. This one isn't playing or something.
Part down.
There we go. We got music now. One more thing. Yeah, go for it. Go to town.
Let's see. Let me see.
Pretty cool.
What's she building in there?
What's she building in there?
Let's see.
Well, now you gotta say what you're building in there.
So, yeah. So now I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I'm trying to figure out, like I've got the basic shape of the body, trying to figure out whether to do the oxygen tank next, the handlebars, the kind of like the pod in front, maybe the little, the propeller back here. Trying to decide if I kind of like this flattened shape it's got.
Yeah, it's a lot of options.
To the exhaust. Not sure if I want to make it any more round. I kind of like where it's sitting. But yeah, it's gonna be the saddle or the handlebars next. I think I'm probably gonna go with the handlebars.
Cool.
I'm noticing on this picture they don't really
No, I'm good on
Ooh.
coffee at the
She's
moment.
got mate. She's got the real thing there, not just the desktop environment.
Yeah, mine's drinkable.
Mm-hmm. I've got the coffee though. So yeah, just kind of looking, thinking, trying to figure it all out, and trying to figure out the fundamental question.
Will it blend?
So
That is the question.
Yeah, so I think go with your heart. What's your heart telling you?
Well, okay, I was going to do the handlebars next, but I was noticing about this that the real life object does not silhouette well. So I kind of wanted to do some yak shaving and look at different handlebars.
Cool, let's do it.
This is kind of, this is helping me a little bit with my...
Kara, this isn't helpful.
Oh, God. Can I do something?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to promote other people.
Cool.
So, we're gonna help promote fellow artists.
If he hasn't deleted the clip yet.
Developers.
Man.
Developers.
Developers. I don't know. I think he specifically said don't make a clip of this.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think you're out of luck.
I'm out of luck.
Hey,
Like-
I'm nicked. Hey, let me
Like-
get so we can actually see this.
Like, Mog, did you delete my clip?
Okay. How are you doing on nicked? Yeah, so,
Oh, wait. Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So this is what Legmog was doing on
Yeah, in
screen.
case you ever wonder what he does on his stream, this is basically what it's like all the time on his stream.
What about
It's a
rain?
good, like, representation.
What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What
So,
about
yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a really good singer.
All right, so let's see. Karaoke. I was gonna look at handlebars. Let's look.
Yeah, not the mustaches though.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars. You know,
Oh, awesome! Getting some more sleep on nicked.
we saw those guys live recently. What are they called? The Flowbots, the no handlebars band.
Mhm.
They were at a
Yeah, they were good.
thing. Let's see. So they're a Denver band.
Yeah. So what have you been up to on nicked? I've, besides the streaming stuff, I've been programming the dialogue system for the video game lately.
Go over everything
So-
you did like you did to me last night.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
so impressive.
Yeah, so, I don't know, there's a lot of different aspects to making a dialogue system. So, I've got it so that it can display the text on the screen, right? But then I made it so that it can type it out one character at a time. You know, like most video games do. I can display a different portrait for each speaker. I've got an arrow pointing to the person who's speaking.
It needs rear view mirrors on the handlebars.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I can set up who the different speakers are. I can set a custom color for each speaker in the conversation. Yeah, so I feel like I'm getting there. I still need to, pretty busy with college. Awesome. So what have you been programming in JavaScript? Yeah, so, I don't know. I want to be able to pause the game when it's showing some of the dialogue, but not other dialogue. So that's what I'm working on now. And, I don't know, also some other things I still need to work on, like making the NPCs do more little emotes when they're
When doing the sound, we'll
talking.
probably say something like "wee."
Just
But
promoting more leg mog.
such is my vocal
Developers.
range.
Alright, so. Chopper type handlebars.
Let's see him.
Okay. Hi, leg mog. Okay.
What about sunrise?
Oh yeah, we're looking at all your
What
clips, Leg
about
Monk.
rain? What about all the things that you said we were?
It's catchy.
again?
Let's see.
What
All
about
right.
killing
So,
Phil?
um,
Don't clip this. Is there a time? What about
Tommy, are
all-
you talking about the hangers like this? These kind of handlebars? Because that would be funny.
Yeah, put some ape drapes on there.
Let's see.
I like that don't clip this is right in the middle of it. Oh, nice.
The hangers.
When,
I think you're right,
when doing the
Tommy. I
sound, we'll
think
probably say
hangers would
something
be
like,
really good.
"Wee!"
Good call.
But
So
such is my vocal range.
let's go ahead and
That
do
when
that.
I do it, I go.
The clip's still going.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I can go even higher than that.
Let's see.
Let's,
Yeah.
Let me just.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There
we go.
So
Happy now?
hangers. What would hangers look like?
Developers.
I can.
Okay.
Is it just search for ape drapes?
Well, ape
Oh, yeah,
drape
that's
is
the-
that's a haircut.
Oh, this
I
thing.
think ape hanger.
Oh, wow.
That's
That
so
is
sick.
not a normal motorcycle.
Where did they go?
Oh, there's one.
Down.
down.
Yeah, I was trying to get like someone sitting on it using them.
Yeah, that would be handy.
Is that doesn't feel like a good thing to put in here.
Probably not. You know,
Let's
maybe
see.
we shouldn't search for that on stream. That's a bad idea.
Hanger handlebar. Here we go. No. Yeah. Yeah, like that.
That does not look like a functional way to drive a motorcycle.
It's the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is
Yeah.
that about what you had in mind?
Yeah, something like that. But maybe even a little bit higher. Like the higher the better.
Well, to an extent.
That is the plan, Tommy. That is the plan. Alright, so. Whee! Alright.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching Easy Rider quite a bit.
Easy Rider's a good. I love those
Yeah.
70s movies where people are just kind of like
Just trying to
lost
get
in the
by.
world.
Yeah, and he just kind of wanders, and then things go badly, and there's not really even a moral as far as I can tell. It's just kind of stuff happens.
What are other movies like that? Martin is like that. Martin the
yeah.
Vampire.
That's a great movie.
What's that one? Harold and Maude has that vibe.
Yeah, Harold and Maude's a little more structured, I think.
What am I trying to
It's a
think
great
of?
movie, though.
The Graduate? Is it The Graduate that's like that? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Is that movie?
Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah. That one's a little bit like that.
Yeah, that one's, aimlessness is definitely a big theme in that movie.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and do this. Do you think I should have it as a separate part?
Yes.
The handlebars, so when it turns, it turns?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay. All right. Hi, folks. I know how to use Blender, that's for sure.
You should save.
Control Shift S. I got to do the right thing.
Oh yeah, then save.
Save. Okay, there it goes. Not clicking with enough gusto. All right. Add a thing. Add a add a mesh.
We have obtained the yak shaving cream. We have we have gotten the special yak shaving razor, and we are ready to shave this yak.
I am the worst yak shaver in the world.
You're wonderful.
No, I am though.
Yeah.
Like I am just so bad about it. Everyone knows what yak shaving is, right?
No, you should explain
Because
it.
everyone should know what yak shaving is. Yak shaving is before you shave the yak, you got to get the you got to get the yak shaving handbook, and then before you get the yak shaving handbook, you'll definitely need to get some glasses for reading the yak shaving handbook, and before you get the glasses to do the yak shaving handbook or get the glasses, like you'll need to see the optometrist for yak shaving.
Well, certainly.
It's the endless cycle of preparation of things to do before you do the thing that you want to do. Sometimes to your detriment, let's say.
Well, if you don't see the optometrist, you'll be using your old prescription for yak shaving glasses. And then you'll probably have a yak with a messy haircut.
So here's my version of yak shaving: is I've got to get my development environment just right before I start coding. I've got to make sure all my plugins are set up and all that stuff.
It does mean you get a very pretty UI, though.
Yeah, I get a pretty UI, but I don't get any work done. What are you talking about? I'm talking about yak shaving.
It's like a metaphor for...
It's a metaphor.
For preparing to work before you work.
Like procrastination by means of preparation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a succinct way to put it.
Let's see. Alt-A. Z. Box.
I think if anything, I have a problem which arises from doing the opposite of that.
Like no preparation.
Yeah, like I just want to get in there and start doing it. But it leads to these situations where, like in Visual Studio Code, I've been having this trouble where it doesn't indent properly. And I've spent a few hours looking into how to get it right, but I couldn't figure it out. So I've just been living with that for like months. And I mean, it annoys me, but it's just like every time I go in there, it's like, would I rather research how to fix this problem, or would I like to get some work done? And usually it's the second one.
See, Ron gets it. Ron's in the same place that I get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Oh yeah, there's another thing. I could probably benefit from watching some more Blender tutorials and Blender videos and whatnot. And I get quite a bit of that watching Blender Twitch streamers. But, you know, definitely some more succinctly edited Blender videos would be a good idea as well. But I always just want to get in there and make stuff in Blender.
Yeah. Yeah. So yak shaving. I just heard it like on like some site one day, and like ever since I'm like, yeah, that's me all over.
Let me,
So before you describe something as yak shaving, you've got to find the term for yak shaving.
oh yeah.
And before you use the term for yak shaving, you've got to put yak shaving in the Urban Dictionary.
That's right. I guess my point is, I think that there is some degree of yak shaving which is actually useful.
Like
for-
optimal yak shaving.
Yeah, there's an optimal level of yak shaving. And maybe I under yak shave sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like yak shaving's 100% bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's funny because we're exactly the opposite in that.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it's probably good that we're a little bit opposite in that, and that like sometimes I can look at your workflow and I can be like, you don't have
exactly.
you don't have to have like done everything like you did it. I think there's an easier way, and then like
Yeah, that would be great.
you're able to kick me in the butt and say, just do the work. All right. Like, actually, that's like one of the things that's been really helpful. Watching you and just having you here coach me on Blender is like I kind of have this idea of like everything has to be like perfectly aligned and this and that, and like you've been able to kind of say, no, you can just pull that face out. You don't have to, start with a primitive and then merge it as a union, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like that's actually been super helpful for me.
It's kind of like, I think Bob Ross says this, well, over and over again. But he says it in like the very first or second episode, where he's saying, you feel like you're in an episode of The Outer Limits. Why's that, Ron?
Let's see.
Yeah, so like Bob Ross is saying, there's people who, we've seen the jiggle. It's a good jiggle. He's saying that like there's people who spend months laying out every single detail on their painting. Okay, have to plan out every little tree before I put anything down on the canvas. And what Bob Ross says is don't do that. Like, you can make 5 paintings, or you could just meticulously plan out your one painting. And the way you get better at painting is just by painting. So I guess he's really focused on
just get her done.
Yeah, getting it done, flowing from one thing to another. And I think you do build up quality from sheer volume of work. Though, and people do make really awesome things with meticulous planning as well. So I think part of that's just a matter of
style.
What kind of workflow works for you? What's your favorite Bob Ross quote, Legmock?
Tommy, it's sort of a Ren and Stimpy imagery in my mind. God, Ross.
Yeah.
Patron saint of...
Oh, yeah. So are you talking... What about that cartoon...
About
the creator of Ren and Stimpy that was like Yogi Bear and it's going feral. That's what the yak looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's only funny for us because because no one in the audience has that mental image, but trust me, it's very funny. Hey, Corpus C, how's it going? Hang on.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Bob Ross is the best. What did you do? Oh, switch your song?
No, I just put some overlays over other overlays. I was shaving a yak.
Hi, Corpus.
Happy little accidents.
Let's see.
What have you been up to, Corpus? So right now, she's making a
Personal watercraft.
Yeah, personal watercraft. I'm coaching, but not as much as I have in previous streams because she knows her stuff.
So do you think I should make another cylinder and then pull it across and then up, or what? Or should I find some way to split this one?
What part is this?
This is like the stock. So
Oh, I see. And you need to split it off into two separate stocks.
See how this stock, I should use my mouse to point. Like, it kind of swings forward and then it has like, it clasps on, and then there's another one that comes across, and then...
Yeah,
So I think I should do a separate one.
Yeah, I think a separate cylinder. Just slot it in there.
Developers, 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 developers. Developers, 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 developers.
All right, so... Yeah, let's just make another sphere. Or...
Well, it's good to see you, Corpus. He calls feet foots.
Who does? Bob Ross?
I assume Bob Ross.
Oh, I was going to talk about yak shaving and object-oriented, like, programming. Like, that's a big thing, is, like, you can get stuck yak shaving when doing object-oriented programming because you're just, like, forever working on, like, your hierarchy of classes, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I do.
So, like... That's another good example of yak shaving. I should have made this a separate object. How do I separate this out?
Oh, yeah, so,
I'll just delete it.
No, let's turn this into a learning experience.
Oh, okay.
So, it looks like everything's selected, so press P.
P.
With your mouse in the 3D view selection.
Okay, so that did it. Whoa!
Maybe you should make a new object.
Yeah, let's just delete that bad boy. What is MFC? I gotta be right back.
What's MFC? Wow, so a 3D code visualizer. I don't know, I'm just imagining something out of Neuromancer. But, what does that look like, and, how does it work? I really hope it looks like Neuromancer. So, since City of Corridors is away, I'm just going ahead and making this thing. So, I'm moving our cylinder to the center. And I'm assuming that she wants it going this way. Maybe I can ask her soon. Complex of warehouses set in a tree factory. And we're still talking about code visualization, right? That sounds pretty awesome. Wow, I want to see that. So rotate Y90. Then I'm just moving this up, scaling it down to roughly the size of the other one. Gonna make some ape drapes.
Tell them I'm gonna be 2 minutes without making a snap.
You probably heard that on microphone, but City of Corridors would like you to know that she loves you all very much. but she's going to be at roughly 2 minutes because she is currently otherwise disposed making a snack. And she knows that you'll understand, and in her absence, I'm just continuing with the project of doing what I believe she would want for this handlebar process. It's possible she'll come back and tell me I messed it all up, but it also takes with it any modifiers the original object had. Yeah, that's what happened. And so we could have taken the modifier off, but also would have been a little work centering that cylinder, because I'm assuming the origin was at the other object's origin, that this cylinder was off center. So we probably were better off making a new one. Tommy says he doesn't understand unless you bring everyone Doritos. So, yeah.
It's pretty Spartan over here. It's just nuts and cheese and a pickle.
She says she's eating nuts, cheese, and a pickle. I thought you should know. So, yeah, I'm just going to link these together as best I can. And, let me see. Do we still have grid? Maybe bridge edge loops is what we want. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now we've got those linked together and we're all set up to start making these handlebars. I'm hoping it will help me spend less time studying code. Oh, interesting.
I'll finish what you're doing with the save, sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, so I made a shape for you.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The nuts were wall, the pickle was dill, the cheese was cheddar. All right. Sorry, guys. I got distracted and then I kind of got into a whole bit of business over there. All right.
Thank you for the specifics.
Oh, okay. Take care, Tommy.
Yeah,
Love having you by, as always.
And thank you so much for stopping by. Man, yeah, that 3D code visualizer sounds really interesting. You know, yeah, I tend to maybe not use other people's code as much as I ought to. I mean, there's something to be said for doing things yourself and,
understanding it fully, maybe?
yeah, understanding it fully. But, and, you know, if you're making something 100% or a lot from add-ons, especially visual add-ons, you know, you don't want to make something that looks like what everyone else is making, and you want to put your own work and creativity into the thing. But for some, like, background processes, there's already a solution out there, and you're probably not going to make it as optimized of a solution as the dominant one. So there probably are some elements of code that I'd benefit from using, like the accepted solutions for them.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is true on Nicked. Like, okay, so one example of this in 3D modeling, not coding, is there's this Blender add-on called Make Human that, you know, it's like a character creator in a game. It can just help you generate a nice, professional-looking human model with a lot of customization. And then you can take that model and alter it however you like, make something really beautiful, really original with it. And it's great that that exists.
Can I just take 1 second to say how amazing this, what is this called?
Spin.
The spin tool is now?
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
so great.
they've improved it so much in 2.8.
All right, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, so it's great that Make Human exists, and it's a great time saver. People do awesome work with it. But I think there's something to be said for learning how to make your own human models, even if you're mostly going to be using Make Human for it. You know, it's great training, figuring out how to do that yourself, even if a tool exists that can speed up the process.
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't drastic enough on this angle because these are so big that, like, I don't know how this guy's arms are gonna get around, but we'll find a way. Life finds a way.
Oh yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
I was so busy trying to figure out if I could make these handlebars that I didn't stop to ask myself if I should. You know? That's my real problem.
Yeah, you sit on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and now look at the mess you got yourself into.
Bye-bye.
Have
Bye-bye,
a good day,
Unnicked.
Unnicked.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
I mean, yeah, 3 segments is fine.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Like, even like that might be right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, almost straight up.
Yeah, they, do you think there's like a whole bunch of these? Maybe it's not just something that's stocked at the submarine. You've got whole underwater biker gangs riding around on these things.
That would be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. And they all have these things painted differently. So one of them has a bunch of flames painted across the side of their underwater scooter.
It's definitely like circa 1990s WCW, NWO in there. That's a lot of letters. But if you get me, you get me. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, another one's just swinging a chain above their head underwater.
Let's see. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit of...
Hell's angel fish.
Oh, Jory.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah, I like that. Can I go local with this one?
Oh, you can go solo. Oh, hang on. Well, yes, normal direction would work. But I want to show off the trick the trick that Blender Tommy showed us.
Oh, the local thing?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, the normal direction really is the right solution. That context.
Yeah, Corpus, it's I just have too many. No, go ahead and show that.
Oh, yeah. So, what he was showing us the other day is, like, normal works for this, but suppose I want to move something else along the normal for this line. What I do is Control-Alt-Space. And it turns out that hotkeys are totally different in Alright, I can't show off the trick because hotkeys are totally different in 2.8. So now it does full screen mode, which I guess is nice too.
That's good for
But
streaming.
I'll have to figure out how we set
A thing.
we set a custom transform again.
Yeah, the theme is Lisa Frank meets Sequest. meets evil pro wrestlers from the 90s. So I always really like the whole kind of like underwater, like space, just Star Trek underwater as kind of like an idea, like
Sequest.
Sequest, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like old games where you had subs flying around underneath the water and
Yeah, maybe a bit.
Trying to remember the name of
one
the
of the XCOMs too.
Oh yeah, XCOM
The-
Terror from the Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So. All right. So let me take a look here, and then we're gonna swing out a little bit sideways,
Yeah.
but also down. We're swinging out and down.
Just keep spinning. We can win.
Spin to win. Aquanox. That's the one I'm thinking of.
What's that
I was
like?
trying to remember the name of the game.
How do you play Aquanox?
Can I look it up real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have been trying to remember the name of this game forever, and you just named it.
Yeah, let's see this thing. Oh, wow. No, that's a little later than I expected. Looks like pretty good 3D.
Yeah. So, they're pretty neat.
Wait, 2018, really?
Yeah. I thought
Oh,
there
so
was
that just
I
came
thought
out.
there was an older version or something. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Looks like fun, though.
Anyway. But like, was there an older version? Is that what I'm thinking of?
It wouldn't be surprised me. They're making at least 2 in this series.
Yeah,
They're
I might be
remaking
thinking
all
of the
the old
older
games.
version, but yeah. At any rate,
Yeah.
we can't use all our bandwidth on that anyway.
Mhm.
All right, so let's see what we're gonna do. View selected. Seems like, so if I kind of like look at it from a weird angle, and then I put my cursor here, and then I spin around that angle, I think, I just want to
Let's
see what it
where
does.
your cursor is. Okay, so it's all the way back there. I bet you could mess with your manipulator to swing it back. Oh, so, interesting. You can pull
At
it
any rate.
forward.
At any rate, this is basically what I want. I'm just going to make a bit of a turn. Let me
Yeah.
decrease. And, remember, it's a me game, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Back to my globals.
Yeah, just swing that sucker back.
And we'll just extrude from here. Is that how it goes? Yeah, and then he would be sitting up in here.
Just reaching those arms up as far as they'll go.
And then it would need to come down a little bit. Maybe. Whoa, that's the wrong ding dong thing. For this, I'll want to be back into the normal direction.
Looking good.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, barely got.
Can we make more references to Jurassic Park? I was really enjoying that part of the stream.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. What other good parts of Jurassic Park are there?
I don't know. Maybe we're good now. All right.
I think we already hit the good stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
on the shoulders of giants. I'm pretty nostalgic about the Jurassic Park, though. I was really into the books and the movies as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Trespasser. You're always talking about that game, Trespasser.
Oh, Trespasser is so good. I don't know if anyone else in like the world has played it. But
how do I capture this ring of faces?
Alt right click.
Alt right click.
But the control scheme in that game has really been a big inspiration for me to this day. So it was one of the earlier games where you had a bunch of physical objects floating around the 3D environment you're walking around. Yeah, Corpus. It was trying a lot of new stuff. I mean, some old stuff too, but it was just felt like it was ahead of its time. So you've got this physics arm that like you just press the button to use it, and a big stiff arm just grabs out in front of you. No control over the elbow movement, just the arm sticking straight out. Oh, there's a hand simulator game, huh?
You know what? EnviroBear.
Oh yeah, EnviroBear does it. Yeah, Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got this hand, you can pick up these 3D objects. If you pick up a gun, you can throw the gun around at things with your hand. Or you could throw rocks at dinosaurs. You know, really simple implementation of it, but I'd never seen anything like that before. And now here I am, like 15 years later, making a video game where it's a 2D game, but the player still has an arm that they can use to pick up physics objects and throw them around.
I gotta thank Tommy on Discord, because that actually silhouette's really a lot better than anything I was gonna go for it did.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Looks cool.
That'll be nice.
So what's the next step?
The next step is maybe the oxygen tank down here. Or no, I want to work on the saddle.
Cool.
And I think I'm just going to do that like inside this object.
Remember to save.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's been some other games that have influenced me with that too. But I'm just really, really interested in control schemes that get a little less abstract about the way that we interact with physical objects in our environments.
Yeah.
You know, most video games, we can't just watch the butt all day. Most video games...
You and I are very different.
You just press a key to pick up an object. It's in your inventory, so you move it around this grid. You equip it to a slot, and that's it. You just use it as a weapon, or use it as a tool or whatever. But
intentionally obtuse controls are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're interesting. So yeah, I really like the idea that the same system you're using to pick up objects, you can also use that system to stack objects on top of each other. You can use them to throw objects around. Unfortunately, I don't have VR. I would really like to be able to develop for it.
I feel like I'm selected and I can't unselect. Oh, it's because I'm in knife tool.
Oh, yeah. You need to save.
I did.
Cool.
Okay.
So, Yeah, besides having a physics arm that picks things up, another control scheme I'd like to mess with in the future is like EnviroBear style controls, where instead of just pressing a key on your keyboard to activate the headlights on your Mac or car or whatever, you're reaching a physics hand over there, pulling down a lever and doing it that way.
I enjoy the old mech simulators a lot more than the new ones. Like the more simulationist, like pain in the butt ones than the arcadey ones that are out now. Like where it felt like it was a tank simulator. Like
yeah, I bet I could really get into. I'd especially like to make stuff for VR, but I think I could really get into playing stuff in it too. It's just so expensive. I have gotten a chance to use a VR system once, which was pretty cool.
I haven't.
Yeah, I was at Comic-Con.
Yeah, hanging out with my nephew.
Uh-huh.
Our nephew.
Yeah.
I'm pretty jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to use it for very long, but I at least got to throw around an object, walk around a little. Yeah, so like there's a lot of different ways to you need any help with this stuff?
No, I'm good.
Cool. There's a lot of different ways to video gamify the process of driving a mech or driving a vehicle for that matter. So the old Mech Warrior games had it was basically a car or maybe a tank, more like a tank simulator model.
Mm-hmm.
So, the big way that they made driving a mech not like walking around as a person is that with a mech, you're not just pressing forward to go forward. You're setting a throttle, so it's almost like in a jet fighter simulator where you're saying how much thrust you're getting out of your engines, only you're walking along the ground.
Has anyone besides me played a game called Interstate 76? I-76? God, it was a car simulator that operated like a car fighting simulator.
Wasn't it even using the Mech Warrior engine?
And it was using the old Mech Warrior engine and operated like a Mech Warrior game and a tank simulator. Oh, I love that old game.
You know, you tell me about that, and I would just love to play that, but it looks like it's such a mess getting it working with, was it a DOS game?
Yeah, I think it was
compatibility with modern hardware.
Like, it's one of my favorite old, like, retro...
Is that retro? You played it, Corpus.
It's one of my favorite older PC games of all times. It was really late for DOS development, if I remember right, but it just... everything about it felt right. Like, it kind of had, like... it was stylish in the way that newer games are more stylish. Like... I mean, it was crappy 3D, but, like... I don't know, just, like, a game about...
theming.
Yeah, the theming felt like a modern game, how you'd theme and voice act a modern game, but, like... it's had that old PC game simulationist sort of vibe to it. So it sits in this time period where it was just like between two generations.
Yeah, so sort of another thing that feels ahead of its time.
Well, it feels like it's between two times. Like,
yeah,
like the styling felt like it was a modern game. Like the theming felt like a modern
graphics
game
before it became a thing.
And then like the voice acting felt like more modern, but the gameplay felt ancient.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that ancient gameplay. So
yeah, so the other thing that the Mech Warrior games did to really make it feel like you're piloting a mech is you could rotate where you're looking independent of which way you're walking. And, like a normal first person shooter would just handle it. You press A and D on your keyboard to strafe. If you want to look a different direction than the direction you're moving in. But by making that tank controls where you're making a decision to rotate your view, that does feel a lot more mechanical. And, it's less intuitive. It's harder to move with those controls. But it,
So good.
struggling with the control scheme almost becomes a part of gameplay because it really makes you feel like you aren't the machine, you're piloting the machine.
Yeah, that's a good way to kind of like talk about that difference. It's like a lot of modern stuff, you are the vehicle. And certainly that's easier to like pick up and play, but...
So then you get something like Hawken, and that is also using tricks to, well, not tricks, it's using techniques to make it feel like you're inside of a mech. It doesn't feel quite as, it doesn't feel as much like driving something as the old Mech Warrior games did, because, you can strafe around and do stuff a little more intuitively. But the ways that Hawken makes it feel like you're in a mech is, for one thing, they've capped your turn speed pretty low. So you need to really work at it to get this thing turned around, which makes it feel like you're in something big, something heavy, that maybe isn't...
How do I dissolve this edge? Delete?
Yeah, delete, dissolve, edge.
Thank you.
So it feels like you're inside something that isn't quite the same thing as your character.
Steel Battalion. I haven't played that one.
Yeah, how does Steel Battalion do it? So then the Hawken does some other things too, like almost any mech game you see. They're going to do a whole lot of some, I don't know what you call it, like screen up and down shake when you're moving around.
Right.
So just really exaggerate that clump, clump, clump. And another thing that mech games have been doing since Mech Warrior is the jump jets. So it's a little bit different feeling than just jumping with a regular character. Like, you can hover a little bit, you got fuel.
Like, some of them, though, are so sleek that I don't...
Link.
Huh? Oh. Some of them are so sleek, I don't feel like, it feels like a regular FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yes.
Wow, yeah.
So cool.
That would be a lot of fun. Wow, that's great.
What is that? I guess that could be used for anything, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Sure beats a Steam controller.
Like, that would be so fun in, yeah, like, Elite Dangerous or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I mean, that is...
We need to hit the lottery.
Yeah.
All right.
And that definitely is another way that you can get this feeling of piloting something, is instead of incorporating this control idea into your game setup with like mouse and keyboard, the player can get their own equipment for gaming, which kind of gives you the same feeling. Like, you're moving these sticks around. You're doing things a little more mechanically, a little less abstracted.
Yeah.
I don't know. So what I'd like to do sometime is maybe even take a step back from Mech Warrior and and have it not be you are the mech, not be you're operating the mech but with tank controls, but be you are a person interacting with the controllers inside of the mech.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I think that would be a lot of fun.
No wonder you loved Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time so much.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Mm-hmm. So for anyone who hasn't played it, that one needs some help.
No, I'm just thinking through something.
For Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, you're flying this spaceship around in like a 2D shoot 'em up. But the way that you pilot the spaceship is each player has a little character who's platforming around inside of the spaceship, going to the different control stations.
It's a good game.
It sure is. But yeah, I could just play that all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I have in mind, Corpus. Like something like the trespasser controller, but interacting with the cockpit.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the whole thing. I'm a little bit hesitant to mess with this front end silhouette because I think it's actually kind of looking all right. I'm wondering if I should put that oxygen bottle somewhere else.
I think that would be great.
Maybe even like popping up off the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say go for it.
And then maybe have a tube running up here or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm all about diverging from the source image.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just on one side too. Like over here, but not over here.
Yeah, asymmetry is good.
Yeah. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be. Or even for a driving game, that would be fun too.
Mm-hmm.
And again with, what was that game called? Route 76 or whatever.
Interstate 76. Yeah.
Yeah, Interstate 76. So something, I guess Grand Theft Auto style too, where you're both driving and shooting. It would be fun to have like a trespasser controller interacting with that steering wheel, picking up weapons inside of there.
Yeah.
Forsaken was a decent clone. Oh, interesting.
Oh, cool. Forsaken was...
Interesting.
Descent was another... For her, it was another big influence.
Yeah.
For me, I was more into TIE Fighter.
Yeah, I did play a lot of Descent. Probably just the shareware version. I think that was still in the shareware age. But you got a good game for free when everything was shareware. So, the thing I remember most about Descent is just how disorienting it was, like having total freedom in a three-dimensional environment. I just got so lost in those levels. And just like the sheer number of controls you need to assign and get an intuitive grasp on to really move around fluently in those three-dimensional levels with control of every axis of movement on your ship.
I'm feeling pretty good about this so far.
Yeah, I'm really liking it. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I am doing a good job.
You are doing a good job. I'm barely doing anything. I'm just talking about video games.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're a 3D modeler.
Soon I can cast you aside.
Oh no. Oh no. Nah, that was always the goal.
Let's see. Ah, for fart's sake.
Yeah, this is great. Now you can make anything. You can make anything.
I think I'm gonna get stuck when I have to make another propeller. Cause what is a NERP sphere?
I don't know. That's higher level magic than
What you have?
yeah, than the magic I've been doing. So, is it now time to make a propeller?
Huh? No, I'm making the oxygen tank.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm thinking that that probably what we're gonna be doing on this is applying maybe subdivision surface. Oh, non-uniform rational B-spline. I'm more confused by ever, but that sounds amazing.
It must be powerful if it takes that many syllables.
Yeah.
What does B stand for in B-spline?
I don't really think that's going to
Yeah,
help our understanding of the concept.
That's all I'm missing is what that means.
Yeah, so, since this is pretty low polygon, I think what we're going to wind up doing, you know, after the shapes right on this thing, is apply a subdivision surface modifier or possibly a bevel modifier, and, you know, maybe do some mean creases with that subdivision surface to, you know, get looking less jagged and angular. Leave the shape there, but have it a little higher resolution.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Yeah.
What have I done?
You know, she's totally going to just take that video and put it on loop, so it's just constantly in the corner.
That's my new,
It's like a hula girl on the dashboard of a car.
it's my new, wallpaper.
Yeah.
Let's see. Legmog really did create something magical there.
Well, you're not even looking at the finished version. He's got all kinds of plans for that. This is just the beginning.
Scale this. Okay. And then if I know my oxygen bottles right.
You know, I'm really getting into this Vaporwave aesthetic shader.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at the fetish version corpus.
The fetish version? What? Wait, what? How do we get into this space?
I don't know. Let's find the exit.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I'm really liking
Oh,
this
whoa,
Vaporwave shader. I mean, I know it's pretty, but I think it actually does help with getting a really clear sense of what the shapes are.
Okay. Let me try this a different way. I got different ways.
Oh, yeah. You need any help with all this?
I don't know yet. I'll come to you if I need it. Let me see.
Cool.
Oh, no, that's all wrong.
Yeah, so Descent just really hammered home for me how different interacting with 3D space is without gravity. I don't know, like, yeah, I think, probably some of the most influential 3D games I had were Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, and Duke Nukem 3D.
Mm-hmm.
And that had been my experience up to the point I got into Descent. I didn't really play much Quake, even though that was one of the first popular first-person games that actual 3D and not fake 3D.
I was never, this is heresy. I'm always doing heresy on this channel. Welcome to Heresy Cast.
Oh yeah, you can heresy.
But like, I never liked Quake that much. I was never a fan. The flow of the gameplay I didn't think it wasn't as engaging as, it was great tech, but it was never as engaging as Doom, and it was the other games that came later that kind of used the Quake engine and tech that were really engaged me.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Duke Nukem, the multiplayer, but a whole lot of single player. So, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't, Quake didn't quite do it for me either. Although I'm sure part of it was that Quake was also, during the period where they were kind of transitioning out. Well, there was a pretty decent shareware campaign, I think, but probably not as long as Doom or Duke Nukem. And my family was extremely poor, so that was a factor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Quake was ugly, though.
See, that's the next place I was going, is like, I mean, I get a lot of people really like that kind of muddy aesthetic, like dirty dirt, but I was never a fan.
Yeah, and it's ugly in a different way than Doom is ugly. Like, Doom is gritty, dirty, realism for the time, but it's a little more stylized, right?
I feel like it, yeah.
A little more colorful, a little less drab, maybe. I mean, part of it's just they crank the saturation a bit more than Quake. Oh, so, Quake 2 is better for you, Corpus. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of the console stuff that was going on when I was growing up. I mostly played on
C64,
PCs.
baby.
Yeah, I did play Commodore 64 games, which had some of the arcade classics on it, but also a bunch of really weird off-brand stuff.
More of like a sock for this to sit in.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, Corpus. Like, at the time, I don't think I really could have articulated why I wasn't as into it as, like, Duke Nukem 3D. But that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and maybe not enough differentiation in the types of levels you get. Like, you got the low saturation green castle, the low saturation gray castle. But the big thing it did have was true 3D models. Yeah, the funny thing is I didn't down... Everything good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I just have to think.
Funny thing is I didn't get into downloading that much in the way of user maps for Duke Nukem 3D. But I spent a whole lot of time messing around with the Duke Nukem level editor. And, Also the Wolfenstein 3D level editor. So, I don't know if I made anything with great gameplay at the time. I was more interested in these little experimental levels, like in the Wolfenstein editor. I got into making these maps where you could set up these sound zones in Wolfenstein 3D so that enemies were standing in their own individual sound zone. So you could have people who would normally attack you just standing there peacefully. And you could also do things like having a bunch of enemies behind a locked door, and they only come out if you fire a gun. So, yeah, I did a lot of that stuff in Wolfenstein 3D, just more creative levels and less gameplay stuff.
I'm gonna reuse some assets.
Cool. You stealing a propeller?
Nah. I'm gonna steal a crank for this oxygen tank.
Nice.
Oh man, I made this thing ginormous.
It can scale.
No, we've got to start it all over.
Oh my.
How do I get rid of this boy? There we go.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, I need to that thing has to be stolen, specifically, right?
How you mean?
There's a whole bunch of shnikes I gotta grab to grab that. Because it needs that central point to...
I mean, unless you just want to apply some modifiers and just get that into one shape, I'd be down with that. Should we just do that? Set that thing in stone?
Well, I don't know. I kind of, part of me says yes, but then another part of me says, hey, look, it's the Critta logo. Part of me says yes, and then another part of me says not so much, because maybe it makes more sense for me to learn how to actually work with it.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, we could make a collection or something to group those together a bit more.
In fact, I wonder if they might be in a collection.
Quite possibly.
I just gotta find it inside here. Why is this in junk?
Because one of our upgrades between Blender versions broke all of our collections.
Oh,
so we wound up having a bunch of stuff that was just kind of hanging out there. So I just threw it in there.
Can you help me grab all this?
Oh, absolutely. So I don't even know what MP exactly these are based on. If I grab this...
I used to play tons of the original Rise of the Triad. That was my FPS, me and my buddy.
Alright, so this appears to be the empty it's
based on. We would get home from school.
So I grabbed that.
And then connect over an actual squeaky modem and play Rise of the Triad against each other.
Alright, I believe that's everything associated with this. Should I make a collection?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so let's move to a new collection and call this Crank.
I remember they had the hot buttons or the hot keys that said, where are you? And then there was another one that said, over here.
That's funny. So now, we've got these in a collection called Crank.
You got it, Corpus. God, I love that game.
But this isn't really a group because these can be in multiple things at once. So...
I see we have a veteran over there. Corpus knows all those old games.
I duplicated the collection, but that doesn't do any good.
We also played,
So I don't think playing that in a collection
is it Dark
did
Forces
any
or Jedi
good.
Knight? And what was fun about that was all the trolling you could do by stealing each other's weapons with force powers or something. I forget exactly how it works, but you could snatch the guy's weapon right out of their hand. Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh. I think you got this. I think it's a space station.
Yeah, maybe it is.
That's so many keybinds for that game. Yep. And there was this one level, it had these water tunnels that went up to like the cliff face. Maybe it was even a mod level, I don't remember. But that's the one we always used to play. Like it all looked down over a plaza, but there were these water tunnels you could like travel through to get up to look down at the plaza.
All right, and then
That makes me want to get out like DOSBox and play all those old games now.
I am moving this to C-Scooter. Making junk invisible. Where are you, C-Scooter?
Up there. And then,
Where is C-Scooter?
I don't know. And then we, you know, I grew up on two games that were most influential to me. Two series were the Ultima series, and then all those Koei simulation games, the Romance of Three Kingdoms, and then there was this old game called Inendo,
What is going on?
It was a Japanese style RPG, but made by Koei, and it was like Nobunaga, and like the samurai period, and you were like a ninja running around inside an RPG, but the RPG was inside a grand strategy game, and your actions inside the RPG, like you could contract with daimyos or whatever they're called, and like you could sabotage different, governors. You could sneak into their castle on mission and, like burn their grain, and then like time passed in the game, and like every month that passed, there would be like a grand strategy turn that was just played by the AI. You weren't really much of a part of it unless you got into like doing the battles, but you never ran a kingdom. And like they would go to war, and like if you had sabotaged a guy enough, like, and burnt all his grain enough, then like that faction would lose the war. And I always thought that was the funnest game, and I barely played the RPG part because that was like boring to me, like the like go to this dungeon, go to that dungeon. But I always loved the ninja part where you're running around and you're actually like affecting the world in which you live. Let's see. Thank you, Jory.
So everything's a child of that empty at the moment.
The name is Inendo. Graphics are terrible. The RPG part of it is terrible. But like the fact that they put an RPG inside an old grand strategy game, like turn-based grand strategy game, like that was just so amazing, especially for the time. And like it's one of those games that like nobody played, but the people who play it all, remember it fondly. Let's see. So, yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think it needs a tube running up. Maybe it needs a tube running up. Why not make a tube running up? That would communicate what this is doing, that it's an oxygen tank, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, it was like playing Nobunaga's Ambition, the old grand strategy, but from like some grunt on the grounds perspective. Oh yeah, the Ultima Underworld games, those were way ahead of their time. That would lead to System Shock, and then the Ultima series itself, they're so simple now, but like, I don't know, for the time they were setting a lot of trends. All right, so how does oxygen come out of an oxygen tank? I should know this. I work with these things. Let's see. So, or I have. Let's see. Oxygen comes out of the stop. Yeah, like this. Well, it's like my CO2 tank. So we'll just raise the stock and just have just a cylinder coming out of it. Gotcha, yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see that happening. Because, I mean, I think I was definitely already acquainted with Ultima Underworld when Doom came out. But there was something about, it definitely ruined Wolfenstein for me, but there was something about the speed and fluidity of the play of Doom that captured me right away. Like, even though I'd played Underworld and that sort of thing, but just the play style of Doom, and then just the smoothness with which it ran, like, and the fact that it wasn't in like a tiny little window like Underworld was, because Underworld still had that like that interface from like Ultima, like the old RPGs where like what, a third of your screen is the gameplay area. Okay, so, but man, that was a good game. Wild that they were able to do that when they did it. Why can't I grab this? Because I'm in edit mode. So Alt A is now unselect. We're gonna box select these boys. And I don't know why it won't let me move it. There we go. Okay. That's way too high. I just need a longer stock though, because we're gonna have a tube coming out of the stock. It's just a little oxygen tube. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So, yeah, let's just have a tube running up to this little pod. And then we're gonna be good. I can't believe I've kind of like made as much progress on this as I have in the time that I have. I've definitely, I think I've gotten a lot more comfortable moving around the space in Blender.
You sure have.
Because like before it was very
Yeah, you're doing great.
It was just hard for me to move around 3D space and work on it that way.
Yeah, I've been pretty hands off this episode. This is all you.
Yeah, Corpus, I can totally see like seeing doom and having that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and because like I totally get it, because that's where I was coming from when I saw Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein did nothing for me.
I was so into Wolfenstein.
But you know, if you had played Underworld and you were familiar with it,
Yeah. So is that how actiony was it?
Underworld.
Underworld, yeah.
No, it was like it was an RPG.
battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. It seems like Wolf 3D would fit a very different niche since it was 3D action.
Yeah. I have too many segments on this. I don't need that many. Bacon! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome.
How's it going, Bacon?
We're doing good.
Yeah, making more submarine stuff. How have you been?
Yeah, here's the personal watercraft so far. So, getting there.
Yeah, making something a little bit like the watercraft in the image on the side.
Let's see.
Yeah, what have you been up to, Bacon? Yeah, she does have skills.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I feel like I feel a lot more comfortable. I was just remarking on it that I feel more comfortable in Blender than I have before.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Just getting in there and, keep doing it until it clicks.
Let's see. Shrink this down.
Oh, you gotta go right now, Bacon.
Well, thanks for visiting anyway. Dropping by.
Thanks for stopping in. So what piece of the cruiser are you working on right now?
I am just making a small...
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Woo!
Thank you so much for the subscribe, Bacon.
Woo!
That's awesome. I'm turning the lights to party mode for that.
Oh, party mode lights.
Oh yeah, we're going all out with this. Whee, flashing lights. Well, thank you so much, Bacon.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, now you can tell everyone on the internet to save with this fancy emote.
Let's see.
It's a party now. Yeah, I'll never see it coming. Oh, thank you, thank you, Bacon.
Yeah,
That's really sweet of you.
Let's see.
Oh, also, that means your name appears in the credit sequence for this episode.
Yeah.
We just got a new overlay that shows recent subscribers and credits. What's that?
Where's the the be right back screen?
Oh, we don't have one. We just click be right back here, but we should have one that shows subscribers.
Oh.
I mean, you could show the outro for a minute.
Okay, we're not actually quitting yet. Wait.
Yeah, we got polished now.
All right, so I'm gonna make some tubes here. All right.
Have a great day, Bacon. Thank you so
for
much
coming by.
For the subscription.
Yeah. Let's see. Do. Oh man. So right after this, we are going to the burrito restaurant. We're gonna have some green chili smothered burritos.
Yeah, watch a movie.
Then we're gonna watch a movie.
We're having a whole shindig.
Yeah. We're gonna go watch Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, so I isolate myself from the world aside from what you people on stream say to me. But she's been hearing about it all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. keep hearing about this movie. I want to go see it.
Yeah,
so.
I've been avoiding much in the way of details, but
Me too. I just keep hearing the name, and then I'm like, we'll see.
yeah, but
Let's see, tab.
but it's been a while since we've seen something really good in theaters.
Yeah.
Did we see Arrival in theater?
We saw Arrival in theater. I really like that. Boss Baby!
Boss Baby is strictly banned for this channel. Strictly. Very strict.
Dang it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to make a tube.
Well, you could use a Bezier curve.
Oh, no, there's an idea. Can you teach me that?
Oh, absolutely. So it might be a little different in 2.8.
Yeah, let's see how this is done.
Yeah, let's save again. And then press.
Oh, okay. I was gonna make a Boss Baby emote, but on my phone. But okay, what do I do?
Okay, go into object mode.
Is this a Bezier curve?
Possibly? I don't know.
Oh no, that's grease pen.
Yeah. Well, we have to live with it now.
It's just there forever.
You can't undo that?
I don't know. Perfect.
Oh, where are the options for grease pencil now? I don't know if I ever knew what the options for grease pencil were.
Anybody on the internet,
hang
how
on,
do I delete a grease pencil mark?
Yeah, the internet will know.
Sorry.
It's good.
Can I try?
Yeah, you can make more grease pencil marks. No Boss Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bet that will be a thing soon where, I wonder if movies are already releasing for VR in a three-dimensional format. You've got all these movies that are coming out where you're wearing 3D glasses in theaters. So it'd make a lot of sense if they could import that to a VR environment.
It's a layer.
Oh, so it should be over in collections, maybe. Hang on.
You see, it's like a baby, but it's a boss.
It's the worst thing ever.
Could you imagine such a thing? How would a baby rise to that level of power? How do you get promoted?
Well, I think it's pretty much the fall of civilization. So.
That's all right. We're not even going to worry about it. Eventually, someone will wander in and tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold D.
D. Okay, D. Thank you, Ron. Oh. Not anymore.
Hang on.
Oh. Well, okay.
Thank you, Ron. Yeah, I never use the grease pencil.
Okay, so show me how to do Beziers.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing.
I've never done it before. Can you show me and narrate instead of just tell me step by step? Because I think I'm going to get confused.
I'm going into object mode. I'm pressing Alt-A and select all.
Okay.
Putting the mouse, the 3D cursor roughly where I want it. And then, yeah, we were looking for the layer. And then I'm going to say Shift-A to add. You can also go up here and say add.
Okay.
And we're going to curve, Bezier curve. And then we got this steely here.
Woof.
So now we go over to our curve window over here. And, let me see.
You know who makes good curves? Leg mock.
Oh, he makes the best curves. So now I'm looking for something called thickness in here. Let's see what I can do. Might be just a moment. Should just be a thickness option. Extrude isn't the one.
We're learning Blender together.
Yeah, sure are.
As a family.
So changing fill mode to full. Where is thickness?
Did they change it maybe?
That's always the question.
Let's get twisted.
I believe they have, in fact, changed how this works.
Who?
And this isn't me just
Blame it on
failing at Blender.
Blender devs.
Yeah, the Blender devs messed it up. But
They're the
I will
worst.
figure this out. I do not be afraid.
Oh, that's sick. I love
All
that.
right, so it's the depth in bevel, apparently, that does it now, not thickness. I can up the resolution.
Cool.
I don't know, this,
I think 6.
Yeah, we're probably doing a subdivision surface on here anyway. So now, let's select vertices, and
I'm gonna have to figure out what to make next because, like,
I cannot tell what I'm selecting. Like, it's, maybe it's slightly, okay, it's slightly different color. So then I'm just moving these handles around like I would normally.
snake, it's a snake. Oh,
It's a snake, a
it's
snake. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
Clip that. Somebody clip that.
Yeah, I want clips.
Alright, so
Alright, so just inserting the tube onto the nozzle.
right. Cool.
How
And then
come I don't got manipulators?
I don't know.
Now I do.
Yeah, I keep doing that too. Like, I'm like, where are my manipulators? And then
Okay, where's this tube going?
I don't know, anywhere up in the head, but I think probably like wrapped around like the outside because the human's going to be in the middle. And then like this tube is going to be swinging out to the side and like connecting to the side of the pod.
Alright, so it like swings out here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Goes up here.
Is there a way to add like another kink in the hose?
We absolutely can.
Okay. So I definitely want to do that.
So the end point's like there.
Yeah, because I want to put a little slack in the hose in the middle.
Alright, and then before we had like a,
I hope I saved.
okay, before we had like a curve menu, are they gonna make me figure out the hotkeys now or what? Curve.
Separate. Split.
No.
Toggle cyclic.
No, it's segment subdivide. And then I grab
Okay,
this out.
cool. Can I do the rest?
Oh yeah, and there's one more
Oh, that's
thing.
perfect. Right there.
One more thing though.
Okay.
I
think we're almost there.
yeah, so here you can set the resolution. So let's get as much as we need, but
Yeah, we're going low poly. That looks about right.
yeah, maybe a few more. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're good at that.
Do you feel like you can make one now? You want to make one for practice?
I feel like next time you would be able to coach me through it.
Cool.
But no, I don't want to make one now. Because we are going to leave right at 3:30 our time. And I think we're in punching distance of completing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So I think I want to complete it.
Oh, yeah. So that hood deal, probably needs some more work.
Yep, the hood is all that's what's left. This is like the hard body of it. Now, like,
Maybe
I'm
some
just going to...
subdividing.
Yeah, well, we're going to subdivide the whole thing, right? For the
Yeah,
most part.
I'm thinking so.
So it'll get caught up in that. I just want to put a bubble on the front.
Some things like the handlebars might not need as much subdivision. Those
No,
are
but I mean
probably
the
good
main
with just
body
smooth
object
shading.
here.
Main body definitely needs some subdivision.
Yeah. So let me get out of this mode. Yeah, like it's just the main body.
Or some beveling. Beveling might be good.
Like here. Let's just add a modifier. Let's control Shift S.
Oh yeah.
Save it. We've done this completely in 2.8.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You've done it completely in 2.8.
That's pretty neat. Add a
Oh,
modifier.
hang on.
Woof.
Learning time.
Oh, okay.
Press Control 1.
Control 1. Hey!
Yeah, and you can press Control 2 to make it more. Control 0 to turn it off.
Oh, yeah. See, this is just about right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It has a butt.
Well,
Oh, well.
no, we can fix this.
Hold on. You know what? The inside of this hood needs to be modeled, too.
Oh, yeah, but can I mess with
Do you think?
So, first of all...
You're so wise and knowledgeable.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Bacon, you came back.
Hey, Bacon, how are you doing? So, first of all, I'm
You got an email.
making sure these are all anchored in the center.
Subscription cancellation notification. What?
Oh, weirdness.
Does that mean we've been kicked off of Twitch?
I don't think we've been kicked off of Twitch. I don't know. I'll have to look at my email and see what that means. Oh, weirdness. So it got canceled.
Weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, make sure it's going through.
Thank you for subscribing.
You still got
anyway.
the star by your name. Can you still use the emote? That's the important thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I gotta look into that.
Huh. Too weird.
Yeah, it does have... Weird. It seems like Twitch thinks you're subscribed.
We'll look into it after, this evening after we watch our movie.
Yeah. And also, like even with the technical difficulties or whatever, I just want to say still thank you a lot for the thought. It's really sweet of you. But yeah, we'll see what we can do about all that.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right, so here's your issue.
What'd I do?
You've got these internal faces.
Ah.
Which is why the subdivision is making the buttocks in there.
That's so nice. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so weird. So weird. It kind of looked like a mysterious Brangel for a second.
Mischievous Brangels in the endless blue wide.
Like, we don't actually want to subdivide that much, right? We want to subdivide a little bit and then smooth shade, am I right?
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
Okay.
And let's smooth shade the rest of these while we're at it. Just all smooth shade all the time. Smooth shade, smooth shade, smooth shade, smooth shade.
Maybe Twitch is just...
shade.
Maybe Twitch is just having technical problems. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, that's very strange. I'll have to check my email too and see what they sent, if they sent me anything.
Sure is a submarine.
Maybe they don't like all the jiggle butt on this channel.
Oh, maybe they canceled us because of the jiggle butt.
The jiggle butt. So what's interesting is this is just the low poly model, no subdivision whatsoever.
Oh, really?
And I mean, it still looks, yeah, it's probably the jiggle butt bacon, but yeah, that's probably what the problem is with Twitch.
It's all Legmog's fault.
Yeah. Well, what can we say? It's mesmerizing. But yeah, I think one level of subdivision surface is probably right for this. So yeah, that's a thing. And we can mess around with mean creases if you don't like how it's rounding certain parts of it.
Okay, cool. No, it looks great. It's a submarine. I want it to look sleek. Maybe the only place I'd want it to have a harder edge is between the saddle and the let's see. The saddle and I got distracted. The saddle and the chassis, but
we're making Ron blush with all the jiggle butt.
Yeah. Well, no, he's saying he's seen worse.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's make this crease.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and
Sure.
you see, this is called an N-gon, and it is the bane of existence for 3D modelers. It is a face that
with more than 4?
More than 4. It's a foamy boy. So, hang on, there's a better way. There's a better way. It's wrong. Okay, so I'm going to...
That's what I did!
No, but down here.
Why?
Because it's better.
I hate it.
It's solid topology.
I hate it.
All right, so select this edge, select this edge. Let's do this. Thank you so much for subscribe, Ron.
Bacon, thank you for doing that for Ron. Now Ron can tell us to save.
Yeah, now everyone can tell us to save.
Thank you.
That's so sweet.
Ron, you're so nice.
All right, we're getting the party lights back.
Bacon, you're so nice. Thank you for helping him. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Okay, so you said select these edges.
Mm-hmm. Now everyone can tell us how much we need to save constantly. And then just press Shift E, move your mouse out.
Shift E, move my mouse out.
Click down.
Click down.
And that's all you gotta do.
That did it?
Go into objects mode, because modifiers don't show up in
okay, so that gave it a little more of an edge to it, right?
I think so. It's not super visible, but I so wish we could see our modifiers because in edit mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it gave it more of an edge.
Bacon, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Make the inside of the hood.
Jeez Louise. Hey, okay.
I got it saved.
If we could make it so that, like, that thing automatically made it save, wouldn't that be the best?
Oh, that would be so great. Or make it so that automatically posts it every time we save.
That is not the key. This is the key. Okay.
Oh yeah, and we could even have a sound. Well, I mean we couldn't, but it would be great if we could have a sound effect for it.
Ooh.
I bet Stream Elements could do that. Where?
I bet you.
Wait, no, it couldn't because the emotes are tied to the subscription system. But
oh, okay.
I don't know. But we got sounds too.
So, Jory.
Yeah.
I need some advice. Do
Guidance.
I do this? Yeah. Do I chop off the bottom and then put some sort of like thickness on that? Or do I inset these faces on the bottom and just kind of like wing it, ding it?
Ween beans, let me think. So this is all attached. So if we were, I mean, normally I would just put solidify on something like this. But since it's one object, that makes it more difficult.
Certainly does. I'll just wingy ding it.
Yeah, so just maybe extrude that in.
Extrude inwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going non-manifold, people.
True extrusion comes from within.
Well,
oh yeah, let me do one more thing then.
Yeah.
So I believe that this should be moved over. It should all be merged over here.
Okay. Do your thing. I believe in you.
Oh.
I got some quads going on.
Okay, so maybe let's just why isn't that up there? We need to do what am I even doing?
Save.
All right, so now, not that.
This, I wonder if there's like, we got to figure out a sound effect for save too.
Oh yeah. What do you think it should be?
I don't know. I was trying to think. It's got to be like a game where it says, "Nice save."
Rise from your save.
Rise from your save.
So now make an inset on that bottom dealie.
On which one? There's two of them.
I'll select them both.
Okay.
It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so inset.
Yeah. And now you see there's this extra face inside. And we can either select that and extrude that up too, or probably better thing is
delete it.
Delete this.
Because then we can clip that edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a thicker wall.
Jeez Louise.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So then we just extrude up, right?
Yeah, extrude up and try to keep it so that that thing is, you know, scaled so that isn't poking out the outside, because that would be bad.
Pokey is bad.
Pokey is bad.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah, and the big thing is just someone should just be able to stick their head right in there and breathe somehow. I don't exactly know how the ceiling on that works.
The tube pushes air into there and makes it like an air bubble. Like a diving bell, I think.
Yeah, but like, so the wetsuit is obviously open somewhere so that, you can stick your feet in the water. But at some point, there's like an airtight seal around your neck or something.
Oh my god, if you've got a seal around your neck underwater, that would be bad.
Would it be?
Yeah, because seals are, they may look cute. They may look like dogs, but you should not
vicious.
Get close to them. If you get a seal around your neck, you're done for.
Well, you know, and when you think about a seal, you're thinking about the little furry creature, but there's like elephant seals bigger than you or me. They would crush you flat and never notice it.
I will crush you.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, you hear about this kind of gun called an elephant gun. What that's really designed for is elephant seals. And I know.
This is how we check if anyone's paying attention.
And I know.
No one's like, shut up.
I know it's sad killing an animal, but it's you or it. Elephant seals will crush you flat.
I will crush you.
Mm-hmm. So then some kind of bubble on top, and if you're putting some kind of glass material on there, you'll need it to have a hole in there or something. I don't know.
I don't know what we're doing at this point.
What are we even doing?
I don't know. I'm kind of... I wanted to get it, like, roughly looking like something because we're quickly running out of time. Even if I'm mid-sentence at 3:30, we're going to cut it right off.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, it'll just be like... And then next we gotta... And I'll go... Do.
Ron's in an episode of The Outer Limits again.
Outer Limits.
Well, I can hear elephant seals out there right now just stampeding around, thirsting for our blood like they do.
They do.
And, yeah, it's us or them. It's a brutal world out there. I'm not even sure how we're going to get to the movie theater with all those elephant seals.
Yeah, there's a huge danger of elephant seals in Denver.
Exactly. It's the #1 killer of citizens of Denver.
Yeah.
Edit mode.
Well, yeah, here's an idea.
Yeah, so,
Just delete the ones that don't understand.
So this is where that solidify modifier would really come in handy.
Yeah, we're totally going to use it.
Well, I'm starting to rethink what I said about...
Oh, now it's perfect.
About the inside of this. Like, it might be a lot easier to connect all this up. Like, take away that inside for now. Connect all it up and just make it a separate object. And we can merge it back to the other thing later or just keep it as its own thing.
No, it's practically perfect in every way.
Well,
The geometry is sound.
Well, you've been doing a bang-up job, so I'm going to trust you on this one. But
The geometry is sound.
I'm a little afraid, but I'm just going to go with it. See where this goes. But then if we were using the solidifier, we could just do a Boolean to merge these two objects and just get one big shell set up. It would be so great. It would just be so great, people. You got no idea.
Okay, yeah, show me what you had planned.
Okay, so...
You should have seen it. She leapt forward. She was so aggravated by what I was doing.
Oh, they did see it. This is a visual medium.
Oh, okay. Well, watch again because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Review that.
There's that clip for you. Okay, so...
Gotta aggravate someone.
Oh, yeah, there's gonna be Boolean modifiers, let me tell you.
Okay. Why don't you get set up? I gotta take about 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is... Where even is this sphere? Let's say new... Rename this thing. New sphere. We gotta save constantly. And the reason I named that was just get rid of it for a minute. And let's just delete the whole inside of this. Delete this as well. Just delete everything we did a moment ago. It's gone. Forget about it. And then... Yeah, I think I'll just separate all of this from the rest of the selection. It'll be a little bit of work joining it back up, but I think it'll just be so much easier working with it this way. right, so making a face here, making a face here.
What I missed?
Oh, well, no, just getting it set up. Making a mean crease on this face.
Seals.
And also on this bottom, I'm doing some mean creasing so that they line up better.
We got Ron. We got bacon.
Yeah, so now those look like they're
We got
connected.
bang bang.
And
Subscribed.
oh yeah,
We got all these subscribers now.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're pretty popular.
Oh yeah, I'm all the kids are talking about me. All right, so work in progress, so I won't worry about the modifiers too much. So now let's get this sphere going again. And
Don't fear the sphere.
uh-huh. And it occurs to me that for this boolean, what's that?
Oh, I said it's perfect.
For this boolean to really work, we need that to be a solid object.
Yeah. Gotta have that manifold geometry.
Manifold. And then I'm deleting this side of it.
Right.
And then
Merge the object.
Yep, that's where this is going. So then we're saying add modifier, boolean,
Hey, dude.
and
Stop.
Yeah.
I don't think this other sphere. Oh, never mind. I think I'm good.
You good?
Yeah. I get what's going on.
Don't fear the sphere. So then unity, unifying with the sphere, we're applying, we're deleting this steely.
Oh, jeez Louise.
We have made terrible decisions in our lives.
First terrible decision. Trying to use 2.8.
Yeah, that would be number one.
That's number Wang.
So is that okay? Make it
Can
smaller.
you push that bold forward is all?
Like this?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay,
I really want to tell it's an orb.
Hey,
Hey,
Syntax, how's it going?
Welcome.
You ready for the mergify? You don't fear the sphere?
Let's check with Syntax. You okay with merging the sphere?
Don't fear the sphere.
Okay, do it. Woo! Why not just replace the whole top with a spline, Jory?
A spline, you
Or a
say?
spire? A sphere.
Oh, I see. So you've got a whole big bubble up there.
I don't know.
Yeah, kind of a stylistic decision, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just a style thing. I want it to look stupid.
Yeah,
that's the honest answer. Is I
one's
really
kind of
wanna-
space agey. One is a little more low tech, I guess. Oh
Oh,
yeah, so right now we're making this little underwater scooter dealie.
so yeah.
What's he
We are
building
making
in
a
there?
personal watercraft. It's Submarine Saturday, so I have like a hobby project game, which is a game where you're a dolphin and you do flips. I'm just making some props for it, and these are like mini submarines that dock with a giant submarine. And it's over there on the right is kind of like the starting model. Or the resource image. And why don't you zoom out and kind of show it off a bit? So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
this is kind of where we ended up. This few hours of work.
It's super vaporwave.
Yeah, and just kind of playing around. I don't know. It's just something fun to do. I'm still learning. So, and we're also using 2.8 to try to do it. So there's been some fun surprises along the way.
Yeah, doing all kinds of learning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just cleaning this up a bit.
Yeah.
And
Then we're gonna solidify, right?
Yeah, triangulate faces really should be the right thing here.
Oofta.
But that just does not look good, so... Give me one moment, I will figure this out. Alright, and...
Oh, did you
Actually,
like...
no, that does nothing.
You did like a mean crease there or something?
I beveled it, but... Let me just think about this.
Yeah. The shading, it's the
So-
shading that's getting hunkied up.
Well, also the subdivision surface is getting hunkied up. But this just cannot work how it is. It needs some kind of division in here. But maybe I just need to manually do this.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, that's fine, that's fine.
I mean, we're kind of doing a weird connection here. That's not
Yeah,
helping.
it is a weird connection. So I think in order to get the topology of this in a better state, I should just cut all across here.
$13 more minutes to stream.
Oh yeah, so now we got this.
Oh, that looks good.
And then,
We got a thickify, right?
yeah,
Thickify
we're
modifier.
adding our solidify modifier. That should be above the subdivision.
Yeah.
And then let's just make this thicker.
Thicker.
Yeah, and now, it's not bad at all, actually, so we can do a separate material for inside this glass.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And it actually doesn't look too bad without any subdivisions on there.
Yeah.
But
I like it. I like it. You done good. So yeah, here's what we ended up with. I'm probably gonna steal the prop off of one of my other subs and just kind of throw it in here.
that one will notice.
Basically, like,
Oh, wait, no, we can justify this. It's a unified shape.
yeah, there you go.
It gives all of our things more of a more like the same appearance between objects, so it looks like they were made by the same designer. It's totally an artistic decision.
Like, I think before I wanted to like import this to a game, I'd want to collapse this and
Yeah, it does feel kind of organic.
then attach it to there. Let's take a look at the other subs.
Oh,
So
yeah. Forget if I asked yet. How have you been, Syntax?
I just kind of want to look at it in context, you know?
Yeah, let's take the sub tour. You say?
Control Shift S is the save button. And then I think, you know how people do like games with Twitch interfaces and like
Yeah.
everyone in stream can work together? We should figure out how to do that for Blender, and then like everyone can
such a
choose.
mess.
Everyone gets one vertex.
You know, this sounds too slow.
Everyone gets one vertex and can move it all around how they want to, and we've all got to work together as a team to create shapes.
Yeah, I don't think that would work out too well.
Let's call it Twitch blends.
I mean, maybe it would work out. I'm imagining those online services where everyone's drawing at once and you can add like 1 pixel every 5 minutes.
Yeah, you just get to add one vertex every 5 minutes.
And some people manage to organize themselves to make little pixel art stuff in there, and some of it's just chaos.
I think those people who organized themselves were actually bots that were
Oh.
scripted to do that.
Well, that would make a lot of sense. I figured it was a forum or something where they were working together.
Well, I think they might have been working together to make bots.
Bots makes a lot more sense.
So let's see. So there's that, and then where's the little manta sub? Let's go ahead and bring him into the picture.
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of submarines. It might be inside of your other. No.
Alt A, and then box select. All those got. Whoa.
Yeah, your pivot's probably not set to active elements.
Anyway, I want to put all three. Can you just put the three next to each other? And I want to kind of look at
Yeah, I
them.
think the issue is the origin's way down here. But that's not so important. We've got a lot of different origins in there anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
God, that manta sub just looks like the most vaporwave thing ever. It's very aesthetic.
Oh yes, especially now that we have our Vaporwave matte cap shader in here.
Yeah.
So
Maybe the game should be in this shade.
it would be pretty cool. So here's what we made today. Here's what she made. And that is very nice. I'm actually impressed you got that done in like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Looks cool. So here's the first mini submarine. Let's just go ahead and put these on a smooth shader. So, oh, and this one too. Let's just put everything on smooth shading.
Smooth, smooth, smooth. Can't beat smooth.
Yeah, everything needs smoothing.
That now. Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, it's submarine parts, so everything should be smooth, I guess.
I think so. Okay, yeah, so that looks
There's
better.
not really going to be any.
Oh, yeah, like instead of this stuff over here.
Well, you can make it have words,
Oh, yeah, you can, can't you? So
but it's not the same.
it will never be the same again.
Yeah, it's
but
all those menus now.
that's got words anyway. And then here is the
Manta sub.
manta sub, also very cool, very aesthetic. Should it have something inside of here?
Nah. Screw
Cool.
it.
So yeah, that is 3 underwater vehicles.
Woo!
And I think that
Yeah.
seeing as we're about done with what we're doing today, I should just see if there's someone going right now that we can host with.
Yeah. Host with the most.
Yeah, and let me just have a look.
Who we got?
You know, actually, I think we'll skip it today because we only got 2 viewers at the moment.
Oh,
I
okay.
usually do it with a few more.
Thank you so much, Ron.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, Syntax, for coming by. I'm sorry we're wrapping just as you get here. And thank you to Bacon Energy for a sub and a gift sub for Ron. Ron?
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we are gonna see a movie and just have a fantastic time.
Yeah.
And
I hope all your nights go well.
oh yeah,
And all your days.
all of your endless days in this infinite field of time that we inhabit as 3-dimensional beings. So that's what it's all about. And have a great day, everyone, and try not to lose track of your position time.